In this lecture, we will discuss about the transgenic plant. First of all, we will discuss about the what is the process known as an transgenesis through which the transgenic product is been formed. The transgenesis is a process of the introducing a gene from one organism or one plant or one animal to the genome of the another organism, plant or animal which we have to made it transgenic. What is the aim of this process? The aim of this process is to transgenic will express a particular gene which we have to make the gene of interest to be expressed and exhibit a new characteristic. This is an aim of the transgenic process. Now, in this lecture, we will discuss about the transgenic plant. What are the transgenic plants? Transgenic plants are the plant having a foreign gene which is a not part of a parental gene or genome. Here, why we need for producing a transgenic plant? Here, the nowadays plant transgenic plants are produced to protect the plant specifically from various types of infection caused by the organisms. Here we have to why we have to produce a transgenic plant. The first reason is to protect the plant specifically from the various types of infections caused by the organism. The well-known example of the transgenic plant is an tobacco plant, which is an host plant which has been infected by the virus, which is an agrobacterium tumefaciens, which can cause an tumor in the tobacco plant. Sometimes the plant becomes sensitive to the herbicides which are normally used to kill unwanted plant. Here in this transgenic plant we have taken for the example as an host plant as an tobacco plant, and organism here we have taken as an agrobacterium tumefaciens. This plant shows a disease which can be characterized by or would be identified whether this plant has been diseased or caused diseased or not. They will form a tumors on the plant which can be formed by the agrobacterium tumefaciens. What now we will discuss what is the mechanisms for producing a transgenic plant. Here is a figure which can be seen. Here the agrobacterium tumefaciens organisms in which Ti plasmid is been taken. Here Ti plasmid which work as an carrier. Here first of all in this process, first of all we have to take the plasmid or the Ti plasmid of agrobacterium tumefaciens. The Ti plasmid of agrobacterium tumefaciens which contains the two parts. The plasmid contains the two parts which is a non-tDNA and tDNA. tDNA is the DNA which can cause cancer. The tDNA here which is responsible for forming an tumor. So in spite of the region where the tDNA is present, we have to insert the foreign gene or the gene of interest. We have to insert in the region of the tDNA. Here we have to insert our gene of interest, so the tDNA activity will be inhibited. Instead of the foreign gene activity, the foreign gene has an anti-tumor forming gene. So the tumor will not be formed. With that foreign gene we have to add the marker herbicide resistant gene through which we can note if our cells has been transformed or not. Here the selectable marker, here it is used as an herbicide resistant genes through which we can know whether our cells are been transformed or not. Here the cells transformed by the electroporation method. Here the transformation of cells is done by the electroporation. Electroporation is a method of an gene transfer method through which our gene of interest is been inserted into the cells. through which electroporation is a process in which the electric field is been applied to the cells, which can create a permeability on the surface of the cell, through which our gene of interest is been transferred. Here, through the electroporation method, the Ti plasmid is inserted into the plant cells. Now, through the selection of herbicide resistant transformed cells, now we have to grow these cells into the medium, and how we can identify whether our cells are being transformed or not. Here in the Ti plasmid we have added a selectable marker, which is an herbicide resistant gene. In the medium we have to select or add the herbicide, through which we can identify whether our cells are being transformed or not. Now these cells has to be grown in the cell culture media and inserted into the seed. These cells are being inserted into the seed, and further this method is for, if our gene is been or Ti plasmid is been grown and the cells are been transformed, they have to be injected into the seed and subjected for the plantation. Here after the injection of the Ti plasmid into the seed or the cells into the seed, we have been subjected the seed to the for the two ways or through the two parameters. First one is the seed is injected into cells are been injected into seed. First one, it is been transformed or subjected to the plantation, and another one it is subjected or grown at the lab scale. First one is then subjected to the transforming plantation, and second one is then subjected or grown at the lab scale. Further, if the plants or the cells are been or the seeds are been grown at the lab scale, further there is for the test for the newly produced transgenic plant. Here the test is been performed whether the transgenic plant is been produced or not. This is all for mechanism of the production of transgenic plant. Here it is an write up or the mechanism, detailed mechanism of which the transgenic plants are been produced. First one, it is an first, the production of transgenic plant is also known as an vector mediated gene transfer method. Here the plasmid is used as an vector. The plasmid from the Agrobacterium tumefaciens is used as a carrier which carry a gene of interest, as we have previously seen in the previous figure. The Agrobacterium tumefaciens has Ti plasmid responsible for the tumor production into the host cell. Here the host cell we have taken, it is an tobacco plant. Here the Ti plasmid is used as an carrier through which it can carry the gene of interest. In Ti plasmid, the tDNA, in mainly the tDNA and non-tDNA are been present. The tDNA is responsible for the tumor production, while non-tDNA is not responsible for any production of the tumor. So on the region of the tDNA, the region is selected for the addition of the gene of interest, the area of the tDNA through which in that region we have to add our gene of interest. So the foreign gene is having and which activity, anti-tumor activity is added into the tDNA portion. With the foreign gene we have to add a selectable marker gene which is resistant to the or which is resistant to any herbicide, through which we can identify whether our cells are being transformed or not. Now this plasmid containing foreign gene and the marker gene are added into the plant cell culture. The plant cell culture, this gene are been or this plasmid is been added. The plasmid will enter into the cell through the electroporation process. The electroporation is the process for the gene transfer method. Through in this method, the word itself indicates that the electric field are been applied to the cells and the plasmid is been inserted into the cell, which creates a pores on the cell surface through which the permeability will increase and our plasmid will be inserted. After the transfer of plasmid, the transformed cells are selected on the basis of resistance against any herbicide. Here the transformed cells are been selected on the basis on which resistance against the herbicides. That means the cells are been grown on the nutrient plate containing any herbicide, which can be indicated as an transformed cells. Now this transformed cells are been injected into the seed, and then seeds are used for the plantation. Now these seeds are been subjected in the two ways. First, these seeds are used for the plantation purpose, which produce an anti-tumor plant, and another one is an transformed cells are grown in the laboratory and subjected for the plantation purpose. First of all, these cells are been grown in the high amount in the laboratory, and then further they are subject for the plantation purpose. Now what are the applications of this transgenic plant? The first one is an herbicide resistance, insect resistance, virus resistance, altered oil content, delayed fruiting ripening, drought, cold and salinity resistance, pollen control, enhanced shell life, pharmaceutical and edible vaccines are being produced through the transgenic plants. Next is an biotic and abiotic stress tolerance. This can tolerate the both biotic as well as abiotic stress, and they can vary in the nutritional quality. This is all for the applications of the transgenic plants.